Understanding MAC addresses in networking, simplified guide. Networking can feel complex, but when you break it down, even the most technical terms become easier to grasp. Take MAC addresses, for example. They are everywhere, in every network device you use, but not everyone knows how they work or why they're important. If you've ever connected your phone, laptop, or smart TV to the internet, you've interacted with MAC addresses without even realizing it. Before we dive deep into this essential networking concept, if you find this video helpful and want more content that makes technical topics simple and easy to understand, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to tap the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos about networking, technology, and much more. Now, let's explore the fascinating world of MAC addresses. What is a MAC address? A MAC address, short for Media Access Control Address, is a unique identifier assigned to network interfaces for communication at the data link layer of a network. It acts like a digital fingerprint for your device, allowing it to be recognized and communicate over a network. Think of it like this. Every device connected to a network, be it your smartphone, computer, printer, or even your smart fridge, needs to be distinguishable from others. The MAC address serves this exact purpose. It's unique to each network interface card, NIC, ensuring that every device on a network can be identified and communicate correctly. To put it simply, while IP addresses, which you may be more familiar with, help identify devices across the internet, MAC addresses identify devices within a specific network. Understanding the format of MAC addresses. Now that you know what a MAC address is, let's break down its format. A typical MAC address looks something like this. 00:1AB 2B 3C 4D 5E. This sequence of 12 hexadecimal digits, 0 to 9 AF, is typically separated by colons or hyphens into 6 pairs. The first half of the address, the first 3 bytes, represents the organizationally unique identifier, OUI, which identifies the manufacturer of the network interface card. The second half, the last 3 bytes, is the Network Interface Controller, NIC, specific identifier, which is unique to that particular device. In simpler terms, the first part tells you who made the hardware, and the second part makes sure no 2 devices from that manufacturer have the same MAC address. Why are MAC addresses important? MAC addresses play a critical role in ensuring that data packets sent over a network reach the right destination. Here's how they work in action. 1. Local communication. MAC addresses are used by switches to forward data to the correct device within a local network. For example, when your laptop sends a data packet to a printer, the switch uses the MAC address to identify the right recipient on that network. 2. Security. MAC addresses can also be used in network security settings. For example, MAC address filtering is a security method used in some routers to allow only specific devices to connect to the network. This feature limits access based on the MAC addresses of trusted devices. 3. Tracking devices. Since each device has a unique MAC address, network administrators can track which devices are connected to their networks. This can be useful for troubleshooting and monitoring purposes. 4. Fixed identification. Unlike IP addresses, which can change when a device moves between networks or resets, a MAC address is hard-coded into the device's hardware, making it a reliable way to identify devices. Common uses of MAC addresses. MAC addresses are useful in various situations. 1. Network configuration. When configuring routers or firewalls, you can assign specific rules to devices based on their MAC addresses, ensuring better control over the traffic. 2. Troubleshooting. Network administrators often rely on MAC addresses to diagnose network issues. By tracking the source of network problems down to the device level, they can quickly identify the root cause of connectivity issues. 3. Device authentication. In some systems, MAC addresses are used as part of the authentication process to verify whether a device is authorized to connect to a network or service. Numbers, security, and MAC spoofing. Point 1. One important thing to note about MAC addresses is their vulnerability to MAC spoofing. Since they are not encrypted or protected by default, attackers can easily manipulate or spoof a MAC address to disguise their device as another, potentially gaining unauthorized access to a network. This is why MAC address filtering, while a useful tool, shouldn't be the only security measure used on a network. It's a layer of security, but relying solely on it can expose the network to risks. Network administrators are encouraged to implement additional security protocols, such as encryption, WPA2 or WPA3 for Wi-Fi networks, and access control lists to enhance the safety of their networks. Conclusion. In summary, MAC addresses are a fundamental part of how devices communicate on local networks. They ensure each device is uniquely identifiable and can send and receive data accurately. From local data transmission to device security, MAC addresses are the backbone of organized network communication. As you explore networking further, understanding the importance of MAC addresses will give you insight into how networks function efficiently and securely. If you found this video helpful in clarifying the concept of MAC addresses, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone looking to enhance their networking knowledge. See you in the next video. This detailed overview not only explains what MAC addresses are, but also introduces security concepts and practical uses to keep the audience engaged throughout the video.